Hi, everyone, and welcome to our next interview of the CD7 Meet the Candidate series. My name is Nicole Hammer, and I am the president of the Volusia Young Democrats, and I am joined by Gavin Cox, who is the vice president of the Volusia Young Democrats. We also had some help from the Young Democrats of Seminole County, who helped contribute to the questions and just the general format of our Meet the Candidate series. So we're really excited to be able to provide this resource. Our candidate tonight is Tatiana Fernandez, who is one of the candidates running for CD7. And the goal of these calls, again, is just to allow people to hear from the candidates before voting. We ask that answers are no longer than 5 minutes to be able to ask and receive questions from anyone that's able to join us live. So Tatiana, would you like to kick us off by telling us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for office?
Thank you so much for the invitation, Nicole, and everybody here in the meeting. My name is Tatiana Fernandez, like you say, and then I'm been here in Seminole County for 20 years. Since 2004, I was moving to Florida, and then here for Seminole in 2007. I've been able to work in the community because I always involved with my kids. My daughter, Jaisley Jambo, she was with cerebral palsy and she passed away in 2001. And then my son is Angel Diaz, and then he has 23 years old, and he's autistic. I've been involved in the community since my daughter. I was living in Boston with her. And the reason I'm running is because I think our community means everybody's around me is being in the hard time. In the hard time in paying rents, hard time to how they can get some help for their family, for the kids with a different disability. And then through that, I've been years and years to make sure that I can get and involved with them very, like Ricky say, daily. In daily basis, I receive too many phone calls from different people in different situations. And this is the reason I'm running. Plus that, last time I was running for 20 and 2022. I'm running and I get 10,226 votes. And I think that's the other reason to continue my race. And then for those people to make sure if they thinking like me, I need to be for them too. I have a business. In my business, I working on training regular people with the med gas for plumber and engineering, but I do my curriculum with my kids. They have some of them have autism, and then with them I prepare them to be able to have the first job and to able to have the different path in their life. And then right now we're receiving very happy this year that I have one with a master's degree in art, and it was my first kid. And then the other one have just graduated from FIU as engineering. And this is what I'm looking for my young people to have the opportunity to have the first job and then to be able to grow and upskill.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tatiana. The first question we have for you is, what would be the first thing you plan to do in office?
Well, right now I'm very interested because for my families to working in Medicaid for all. Medicaid for all is a bill that I'm very interested in being in a few meetings already to make sure that our family receive what they need. It's very hard for a lot of people to go to the hospitals and then pay a lot of bills. And sometimes they don't go to the hospitals just for not receiving a bill. And then we need to work in very hard with that program. And I would like to divide the program to be able to have help in one side and to have mental health in another side, to have two different kind of programs that we can involve in the, give it to people what they need. That's my priority right now. For the veterans, and I think the veterans right now, they're receiving a lot of programs, but they don't know. They don't know about veterans, how they be more involved with veterans. And I think we need to go over there and helping more people to be in the community involved with our veterans, because right now our veterans is suffering so much. They don't know sometimes even how they can buy the first house. And it's something I've been very involved with them too. And it's a lot of programs over there we need to tackle. But my first reason is the Medicaid for all. I think is my best thing to go over there and see what we can do.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Gavin, did you want to ask the next question?
Yeah, of course. So what is the first thing that you plan to do if you're elected to office?
Well, like I say, we're going ready to go to Washington and to start looking around what we have here in the Seminole and Volusia County. The big problems that we have right now is affordable housing for our people. We have a lot of people, they not even able to it's not work, it's to get their first house. And we have programs in federal programs to helping those people wanting to buy the first house. And I think we need to push over there and get more information and training a lot of people to be involved with the community and tell them what those programs are. For me, it's very important. We're working with homeless. We have a lot of homeless people in this area right now, and then sometimes people doesn't understand. They're professional people. They can buy the first house because they don't know how the programs work. And I'd be able to working with a lot of families to have the first house, and then I'm going to continue pushing that too.
Awesome. Thank you. How do you plan to involve young people during your congressional term?
Thank you for that question, because my priority right now is to make sure our young people be able to work in the government offices. Government offices right now have a lot of openings that sometimes people doesn't know about that. And I'm being there in the community too, telling our people, hey, go over there and apply. And if you apply and nobody answered to you, let me know. Today I went to the supervisor's election because they've been asking me for people talking Spanish and English. And I went with two ladies. They already applied 2 weeks ago. And then I just asking them what's going on. But I go as a regular person. They don't know I was running. But I went with them and asking them, hey, what's going on here? I say, oh, yeah, we have been approved, but we don't call them. And when they asking me, do you want to apply too? I say, I can apply, honey, because I'm running as a congresswoman. I just here to make sure those people get what they need. And I'm involved. And young people need to know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. We just need to apply. And if something happens and not apply, we need to continue working with you guys in the community and then go with you. If I have to go with you, I will do it. And a simple person.
Awesome. And then one of the questions that we've been asking all the candidates is, a good leader is someone who is a good manager. In your congressional office, how would you ensure that staff in your administration are fairly treated and compensated?
Well, here I would like to talk with everybody in the same place at the same time in a round table. I wanted everybody to know each other first and to make sure we respect, and we have to involve. Everybody have to involve and do something. Everybody have a different kind of superpower to make sure that everybody's involved in what we're doing. And then for me, it's very important. I've been doing this for too many years. I've been doing this for 30 years. Sit down with people, sitting, and then I try to get in the table to make sure everybody's in the around the table feel welcome, and to make sure they be able to work together. This is very important to me, to have a very good communication. And you can see Nicole, I'm sorry that I mentioned you, but you can see me all the time when you talk to me and I responded to you. That's why I'm like that, like all the time. I wanted people to feel comfortable when sitting with me and to be able to open their mind and they can speak in the same time. I don't speak too much because when I'm training autistic kids, you can't say too much. You have to say maybe 2 or 3 words. but I want to make sure that people understand I'm here to work with them. They are to work with me, but most of all, I work for them. Nobody's going to work for me, because this position is for working for people. It's not for working for me. And I have to make sure people understand that I'm not here for a share. I'm not here for be myself. I'm just here for listen to the community and to make sure whatever I speak is for everybody in the same page.
Awesome. That was a great response. So our next question would be, what do you see as a top priority for our district's CD7?
Well, right now, jobs. Right now, jobs for young people, because I know a lot of you guys coming from UCF, coming from different university, and you guys doesn't have the opportunity. I've been sitting with different industrial people, pharmaceuticals, other people. That's why sometimes people are asking me, oh, Tatiana, where are you? I said, well, I've been sitting with other people, make sure we open what we need here. And then let me tell you something. A lot of young people, they have no jobs, or the job they have, they're not the job they've been studying, or the job they're looking for. And then I think we need to, as a priority, to sit down with a lot of people. They have the opportunity for young people to have the job they're looking for. And here in Seminole and Volusia, we have a lot of young people with not the job they're looking for. And then I think we need to work on that with the community and leaders with the community, because this is not a job just for me. You guys have to be involved with me, and you guys have to come with me, and you guys to have sit down with me, and we need to start open those doors for those kids, because you're not a kid anymore. It's just I'm 53. For me, everybody is a kid, but I just respect you guys, because it's hard when you go to the university, then you get loans and loans. They promise you to the first job, and when you go to get that job, they say, no, you're not qualified because you don't have a job, the first job. You don't have experience. You don't have this. You don't have that. And when you're asking, well, when we're going to do the first opportunity? Well, we need to start looking for that now, because it's a lot of young people calling me, Miss Tatiana, they don't give me a job because I don't have the first job. I said, how if they don't give you the, I live to be an intern, to be some kind of work in the those jobs, how you can have your job. And I think this is the opportunity for young people to be involved, not just in political side, but in industrial side, in banks and other kind of industrial that we can work with you guys.
Awesome. Thank you. So I think the next question we had for you was, will you fight for better working conditions and raises for teachers? And if so, how?
I'm sorry, honey. I don't hear you.
Oh, it's okay, no worries.
No, it's okay.
So I think the next question that we had was, will you fight for better working conditions and raises for teachers? And if so, how?
Well, I was in Washington having a few meetings over there regarding, and when the impact money came for to be an instructor, the instructor money, they came from Washington. There was money for our teacher. There was $8,000 for our teacher to get raise. But here in the county, they don't accept the money. I was trying to call people and sit down with them. I asked them, why you don't receive that money? Oh, because it's federal money, because this is and that. I say, yeah, but you have money to pay and raise better our teacher, and then we need that because they've been shorter. Why we have shorter teacher? Why? Because we don't pay good money. And those things is we have to work in that too, because I know a lot of teacher, even the teacher called me and asking me, Tatiana, how you can help me, because I almost gonna get living in my car. Remember when I talk about homeless, they are homeless here, but they are professionals and they can pay their bills because it's too expensive to buy a house, or it's too expensive to have a rent here in this area. And I think we need to get over there involved and receiving this money from federal money and sit down here and then talk to those communities here and tell them, we need to receive this money. We need to pay better our teacher. If it's not, they can stay here. They can stay here. Florida is the worst state. They're receiving pay money for our teachers. I see something over there saying with Medicaid. Somebody want to ask me something I saw in the.
I
Oh,
don't believe so. It was just a comment.
yeah, they just
Um,
said the same with
yeah,
Medicaid expansion. Florida refuses federal funding that could help so many people.
Yeah, and it's true, but that's why we need to go over there and sit down and fight until the last people say, Tatiana, just no more. We're gonna we're gonna get through, because that's what we need. We need to sit down over there and fight every day for what we're looking for. But every day, no, the last minute with the second chance to get in the office since we go in the beginning.
yeah, of course. Um, and speaking of fighting, how do you plan to fight to protect and enshrine the rights of LGBTQ citizens?
Well, last time I was having that conversation with a person, and I said, first of all, you have to invite me to the meetings. I would like to know what you guys need, and to make sure what we're looking for. Right now, we have too many laws, but it's nobody follow through. We have too many laws. They don't respect the love that we have, and I think we need to go over there and respond to them and say what's going on. And even in more of the things with the jobs too. Sometimes they just put you too much trouble to don't get there. And then we need to go over there and say no more. We're as a human being, we all as a human being, we need to be respect. We need to be respect. And I think this is something we have to work on that too. Because right now they don't care. And even, right now they go to the Supreme Court and they try to build back our laws. We need to be more strong with that to make sure nobody get back to our laws. Tell me, talk to me.
Awesome.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry, I'm not talking too much because I'm a person to do things, to sit down and to make sure we get done what we have to get done.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think this question came from Seminole County. Um, List a comparative strength that I think the question originally was like, what sets you apart from your primary opponents?
What set me apart? Well, I'm running already. And I'm running already. I get 10,226 votes. And what's getting me apart is I'm a people person. And like I say, I don't like to talk too much. I don't want to sit down and tell you something we don't gonna be done. And what is a part of me, if you call me and you have a problem, I'm going to try to get you to resolve the problem, to make sure everything is done. Not just to talk, because talk for me, is something maybe somebody doing more talk than me, some better talking in publics than me, but I'm not a talker person. I just want to go over there and make sure we can do whatever we can do, and then look out for my community. My community is very important for me, and when I say community, I say everybody's around me. Everybody's around me is my community, and I'm here for them. That's why I'm running again, to make sure we're gonna get done when we need to get done.
Awesome. So I guess we'll go ahead and take some questions from the audience if anyone has any questions for Tatiana.
Yes. Uh, with the St. John River being such a big part of our district, do you have any environmental policy that you would like to implement if you do get to Congress?
Yes, sure. We need to talk about infrastructure. We have a lot of money that we can implement in I-4. I-4 is terrible. I don't know you guys, but for me, it's terrible. And here we need to try to look out for put some better structure for our car. The thing is, here we have a lot of I don't know if you guys are now in raining. We need a lot of flood, and we need to make sure that those people in the side of the south of the Sanford, they get a lot of flows over there, and then in the 46, that's the other problem they have too. And I think for years, people doesn't touch or talk about that. Plus lighting for the street on the 46 is terrible. They have a lot of accidents over there. And I think it's something with federal money, we can sit down and talk to them how we can do infrastructure to get better in those kind of situations. And I know they building a lot of buildings, but they don't do the infrastructure for the water. And water's come to the poor side of the people and get flooded. And nobody's working with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Gabrielle, you're so tired. You're so quiet. Gabrielle, you want to say something to me? I see you over there.
Sorry, I'm in Nigeria actually right now, so my Wi-Fi is like not the best, and my
Aw.
Zoom also is not like working half the time, but I think you can hear me now. But
Yes.
a question that I had, I guess, and I don't know if somebody else from the board was gonna ask this, but it was one that was asked to our previous candidates as well, was about a comparative strength that your opponent has, like somebody else that is running alongside you, Alex or Jennifer.
You want to make the strength for me?
A strength for them, like something that you admire about them. Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, let me tell for sure. If I win, they come with me. Because I think everybody has something to offer. And if I win, they're going to go and work with me. Mr. Pastrana and Miss Jennifer Adams, I think we have to be brave to be here in the race. This is not an easy seat to work. It's a lot of job. It's a lot of job. I'm ready to do it. But I think if I win, they come with me, both of them. And I can say it right now with you. Because everybody have something to offer. And together, I think we can offer more.
Awesome.
Thank you for that answer. I was actually thinking something similar to that myself, so it was pretty funny that you answered it how I kind of thought you would.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna work with me, They can say, oh, I lost, I wanna do this. No. You guys was running with me. If I win, you guys come with me, and together we can do more. Because like I say, when you do a race and you have an opponent, okay, but we are for the same race. We are here to try to do our best. And I think together we can do a three amigos, then we can work very hard.
Awesome. Does anyone else have any questions for Tatiana?
Don't be shy. Ask me.
Oh, I think Ricky had a question.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something. Tatiana, it's different. And I want to explain myself why. And it's not really a question, it's more of a statement. And I know her better than you guys, so I can explain what my statement comes about. If you're looking, and this is not talking about the other candidates running against her, it's in general, about Washington in general. If you're looking for another suit that is going to talk a good game, and simply when you need their help, they're going to be another closed door, she's not your candidate. But Tatiana, she's a fighter. She knows the struggle, and she cares about you, and she cares about everybody. And I'm going to tell you, when you are in need and you call her up or you knock on her door, she's going to run through a wall to see that your problem gets taken care of. And that's what we need in Washington. And that's why I drive 2.5 hours to go help her in this campaign, because we need change. And you vote for Tatiana, you're going to see something different. It's not going to be the same, and it's going to be results. It's going to be results. And I mean, you can bring somebody with the fancy suit and talk the greatest of the speeches, but at the end of the day, what matters is the people, and she's there for the people. And she's been doing it, but she's limited because she does not have all the tools available to a congressperson. once she gets in office, you will see what a real congressman is supposed to do, and hopefully the other guys around, and I'm talking from all other districts and all other parties, are gonna learn how the public service is supposed to work. That's what my statement is. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thanks for letting us know, Ricky.
All right.
I would like to ask you guys what you guys need. Tell me what you guys looking for. Then we can sit down and then try to get more than what we need over there, because I want to do this. And in the same time, I would like to raise other leaders. We need more leaders, not just me. We need more leaders to be able, like Rakim. Rakim is running, and then I just proud. I just proud to see young people, and I would like to help in the next generation. I don't want to be here forever. And then my thing is, you guys have to come with me. You have to work with me. Tell me what do you need, what our community needs, and then let's go to put a work. Let's go work together. This is not a position for a candidate. This is a position for a community to raise and make sure we can do better tomorrow, because we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave from this war. And when that happens, I would like to tell people after that, we do something. We do something. I went to Lake Mary High School with my son, and they need a program for robotics, and they have federal money involved. We sit down, we do the curriculum, we sit down, we do the whole programs, and we work in 3 years with the 30 kids, to make sure those kids have the next generation. Right now, we have people working in NASA. And I'm proud to see this. Why? Because we took time. And time is the only we have. We have time to work, and this is what I'm gonna do right now. I'm working for you guys, but you guys have to come with me and work it with me. This is not a share for one person. This is a share for the whole community. And I would like to tell you guys, this is gonna be an open office. Don't feel like it's gonna be like other offices, they close. You never know who's working over there. Then remember, you have to apply because we have a lot of shares to fill in this office. It's not just me. Remember, we need to give him somebody else jobs too.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I think Sadie had a question. I see it in the chat. She wanted to hear particular issues that you especially want to address or care about.
Well, right now I have here, I'm working with the people called Digital Democrats Project. You can see here on my page. Digital Democracy Project is the way you can read the bills. You post over there bills, and everybody can vote. I would like to people go over there, register, and looking how we vote. And this is very important, because we're not supposed to vote by what we're thinking. We're supposed to vote what you guys thinking. And this is the other side, if you can see over there. That's Digital Democracy Project. And what we do here, everybody can vote. Everybody can see what the bills is over there in Washington and Tallahassee, both of them. And this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for teaching people how to be involved in politicals, more approach to us as a Congress and to us and those people working in Tallahassee, to make sure we take a decision from our constituents. That's my priority too, to make sure we get more people involved, and young people and everybody. Everybody have to involve with us in the political side, because it's a job for everybody to get there and do something. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, that was great.
Okay. Sorry, Sadie. I wasn't sure if like your microphone worked or Awesome. And then I think a question I personally had, I heard that you had mentioned a few times that a lot of your time is just helping people, and I kind of wanted to have an idea of just like what are some of the examples of ways that you're helping people in your community.
Well, one of those my things we're doing right now, we're looking for case managers to get to those people in need. We have family with a lot of kids with disability, different disability. Now I sit down to get a group together for case managers that they can get through to different, how do you say, to different resources. Like they can go to APD for a person with a disability. There's an office, but sometimes parents, because they take care of their kids, they don't know. They don't know. And then we're working with Idea Law to get ready for the IP plans with the parents. That law is a federal law too. I was working with that kind of federal law for 30 years. And I made sure that our kids receiving the right and quality education for them. Most of the parents call me because I have a training for Boston Children's Hospital. It's called Parent to Parent. And in that training, I give people the result, how they can do a map for the situation. They can integrate their kids through the years in the community and in the school system. Most of my people calling me for that. Another thing I do is for homeless. I sit in and I was looking for a program for homeless, and I found out here in Orlando, we don't have too many programs. Here in Sanford, we don't have too many programs. And then I'm looking for those people to get, for nonprofit organization to get involved and they know how to get the resorts for the federal money, and they can offer in more just than a bed and food, because those people need more than that. And to make sure that we're recruiting all their needs, like hospitals, all that kind of stuff. Then most of the time I'm working with family with this kind of situation. That's why I be privately. I don't take pictures when I do them. I don't take pictures when I do my my programs. I don't take pictures. I don't put over there nowhere because it's a privately. And we need to take care of our kids and then make sure they receive what they need. And it's nothing to be telling people that it's a private thing. But that's what the most of the time I'm working with family in those kind of situations, and then that's why they vote for me. And they text me, my kids texting me, Miss Tatiana, I know was you. And then I just happy when I saw my kids. Even then, they be able to vote for me, and I'm just happy to do the job that I do.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Does anyone else have any questions for Tatiana?
Yeah, I'll go. So the work you're doing is absolutely amazing, and I admire it so much. But the question I think I had was, if you were to win the primary, what would be your plan for voter outreach in Volusia County?
For get the votes for everybody. Well, first of all, I'm gonna get Alec Pastrana and Miss Adam to go together and then sit down and do a strategies to take this guy out. He's not from here. He's never been. He don't know what our community be suffering every day with different kind of situation we have right now here. And then we need to be taking this guy out and get the other people to vote for me, even they're Democrats or not Democrats. We need to get the community involved and make sure this guy doesn't stay in Washington, because he don't doing nothing for us. And this is my plan. My plan is to get two people, Mr. Pastrana, Alec Pastrana, and Jennifer Adam, to work together and then to make sure this guy doesn't win this election.
Thank
Did
you.
I answer?
Yep.
Did anyone have any questions for Tatiana?
Go ahead, guys. Asking me. I don't talk too much, but when you ask me, I talk.
All good. I guess I think I might have a question. So I know like you know, you've been like super communicative to us. And I know you've had like some outreach with like some of the upper counties. I was wondering if you had an opportunity to sit down with Alec or Jennifer. I know you mentioned that like you would like to work with them. I was just wondering if like you happened to had corresponded with them before.
Where with Alex, yes, because the last time we went to the primary together, of course I talked to him. And then with Jennifer, I don't have the opportunity because she just came in the race with the last minute, and then I really personally don't know her. But like I say, you know, you don't have to know people. I just thinking they are very hard workers like me. And then I think if they're in this race, they need to continue in this race. Whoever win, we need to make sure we continue and we support each other to make sure we win this chair. It's very important to win this chair because we need people to working for the community. We don't need more people over there in Washington working for the higher, bigger guys over there, the rich people. You know, we need real people to working. And of course, you know, I can say nothing bad for anybody. And I think I'm being proud to say that I like to work with people. And then I never uncomfortable with nobody because I always sit down and try to get the best of them all the time. You need to work in and get the best of people. And I think I can say nothing bad for anybody. Even if I know somebody, I can say nothing bad for nobody. You know, it's the way I am.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wasn't looking for you to like say anything negative. I was just
No,
wondering.
no. And you're not gonna, it's not just because I'm political ways or something. That's my personality. That's my personality because you know, I learned so much from my son and my daughter. My daughter never talk. She never talk. But I can see in her eyes when she don't like something. And then the communication that I have with her was very special. It's still special. She's with me all the time. And with my son, I have to teach him how to talk and how to sit down and how to can even eat food, and then how he can be able to social skills, all those kind of things, teaching me how to work and have patience with people. Patience. Sometimes people see me quiet because I'm listening. And I always listen. Why? Because when I teaching those kids, you need to listen people first. And then you're never gonna hear me to say bad things. You know, I can say bad things about the other guy, Mr. Miles. Why? Because when I started talking Cody Miles, who is that guy? I was looking for him. I said, he's not from here. He's just come over here and put $1,600,000 in a campaign. What kind of people do that? It's not people working for our community. But my other part in the primary, I'm comfortable with them. And like I say, I'm here to work with you guys and I'm here to work with people. And this is going to be my straight line for here until God give me whatever he decides for me.
I'm glad you brought up what Corey Mills had raised because that was actually something that we were talking about earlier was just that last cycle he had put in like $2.6 million into his campaign and then he's already raised $1 million. How would you compete with that kind of like large fundraising amount to try to get the your message out to be able to
We're working on it. Believe it or not, I don't use too much money in my campaign because people has been helping me. We're working like bees, every get together and then put everything together. And a lot of people is supporting me. A lot of people are supporting me, not with money, but working and then try to sit down and then looking for the next strategies. And then, like I say, I always in the community. And let me tell you something, I'm receiving a lot of phone calls from people. They already vote for me and I'm very proud to say them. I'm glad they did. And then I'm here for them. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for people, not for money. I have money. No, I don't have that kind of money. I don't expect him to raising that kind of money right now. But I think when we get together after the primary, we can sit down and we can talk in different strategies and people is going to be supporting me more with money. But I don't expect people working hard for their money. I don't want to feel like if they feel they're going to need, don't give it your money if you need it for your pay your bills. I'm okay. I appreciate it, but I don't want that. That's why I always tell people, don't send me money. Don't send me money. Go over there and vote for me. And I'm very proud to say that I don't want it to receive money from people they need it. And if money is going to be the cause of this situation that we're going to win the race, we will. We will, because we have a lot of people, military people working together, and then we're going to go on forward. And Ricky is helping me a lot. And then don't worry about those $2 million. I just wanted my people to get out and vote, and to make sure this guy doesn't get again that share, because that share is for us to working with the community.
Awesome. That's good to hear. Does anyone else have any questions for Tatiana? I just don't want to like monopolize the questions. Okay. Seeing none, another question I had watched the testimony that you did with the United Nations about the Puerto Rico becoming a I think having eligibility to vote, if I'm not
A
mistaken.
state. That's a statehood. We call it a statehood. Is meant to become a state, part of the United States. We are part of the United States already, but we don't have the same, how do you say, we can vote for the president. We have a military goes to fight for us, for this country, but when they live in Puerto Rico, they don't have the same equality. They can vote for their president, they can receive the same services, and this is for me very important, to make sure our people in Puerto Rico be able, because there's a lot of people working and coming here from Puerto Rico. Even myself, I've been here for 30 years. And I think this is important for them, to make sure that they can work and then receive it the same equality of life. And to be inclusion in this part of nation that we already fought for them. You know, we are here for everybody. And that's what I'm here to make sure that our people thinking, well, if she's working so hard, we can do it too. And then we have to sit down over there. Yeah, I went to the United Nation and tell them, as a congresswoman, be myself raising in this. I just want to make sure that people know that it's our job to sit down and decide what is good for Puerto Rico and not other people. Otherwise, you know.
Awesome. Did anyone else have any questions for Tatiana?
Come on. You've been so easy to me.
Well, like I said, like this, it's kind of like the same exact questions that we had asked some of the other candidates, and that's kind of all the questions I had, just kind of from looking at your social media and just kind of looking at your website and kind of understanding like your approach to the seat and everything. So I guess if no one else has any questions, then I'll go ahead and thank you again for coming out and talking with us. Like we said, it's really important for all of us to hear from all three of the candidates. And we've been posting the candidate interviews and pinning them onto our Facebook page so that folks are able to watch it. I remember hearing from last primary that a lot of people use those to just kind of be able to hear from the candidates, especially because like if you look up CD7, all you're going to see is Corey Mills, and we want to make sure that people are able to at least see who is on their ballot and be able to find information about that. So thank you guys again. And if you're watching at home, all three of the candidate interviews, like I said, are pinned to our Facebook page. Thank you so much, and good night.